I think in one of the differences I did find between India and Pakistan is that it's happening actually less in India now, but the cultural like the cultural visibility of Islam is more in India than the cultural visibility of Hinduism in Pakistan. And so,
How do you mean?
as in, like, you do have a sense that like Indians will know more about like Eid because
Oh, right.
there's just more Muslims in India than there are Hindus in
Sure.
Pakistan.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like it's not like a we're inherent like we're like more progressive. It's not
No,
like
no,
that at all.
no. I mean, it makes
That
sense.
there are more Muslims. So there's that more a little bit of like, you can go down the street, there is a gurdwara, there's a mosque, and there's a temple. Like um that I think is like eroding sadly, you know.
Oh, for sure. Like if we have
Yeah,
progressed to the
yeah,
point where we are now focusing our discrimination towards Muslim minorities, that means that the other religions have been dealt with. And
yeah,
so that's yeah, 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 that's
yeah,
and that really feeds into the sort of monoculture kind of thing in Pakistan, that it's also like, we're all Muslim, and Muslim is also Sunni, and we're also mainly Punjabi, Pakistani. That's the vibe. And you know um that for sure is a thing. Like, I think I have met, in all my like 10 years, I went to high school, I did my ACCA, my 10 years in Pakistan, 2000 to 2010. I have met in my life maybe three Hindus from
yeah,
Pakistan.
yeah.
It's just not a thing.
Yeah,
And
it's not, yeah. Whereas I'd say like nearly everyone in India would know an Indian Muslim. Like that's
yeah,
kind of yeah.
yeah,
It's just demographics, population.
yeah.
Um, uh, and there is like a eroding but dying push from the Indian left to really amplify that as much as possible,
Oh,
which I'm seeing in Pakistan as well. To be honest, like some of my friends have been doing like incredible work. Like I don't know if you know Anam Zakaria, Harun Khalid. Like they've been working on like this kind of
mhm.
supporting minorities. What was that? At Peshawar, I saw it a lot. Peshawar had this kind of brotherly feel in a
Okay.
way that like I so many like Sikhs were very visible.
Right, right.
Yeah. So even more so than Lahore. I thought in Lahore I'd see a lot of Sikhs. I did see Sikhs around the Ranjit Singh, like
Okay.
the Samaj Ranjit Singh, but in Peshawar it was like, wow, there's a lot of Sikhs here, and um, I did really like that about being in Peshawar. I felt like
I
it was a little bit.
mean, if I was being cynical, I would say that of the other non-Muslim religions,
Mm,
it's really just the Hindus that Pakistani culture has a problem with, like the national thing, because Hindustan and Muslims and major similar vibes, and Sikhs in India have had some tensions of their own. So we're like, yeah, yeah, these guys are with us.
yeah,
That sort
yeah,
of thing could be there. Christians are also very few, and most of the Christians I've met in Pakistan are of a significantly lower than average socioeconomic class, and sort of, you know, kept at that level and considered in like modern just social culture to be just related to that level. Like if we had a caste system, I mean, it would be, yeah, Christians would be
yeah.
not doing very well in.
But actually, there is like reports on like uh, on how past boundaries from before conversion to Islam or Christianity
Mhm.
are still practiced, and
Yep.
there are like which is really sad. And I was thinking, yeah, this whole idea that like what this kind of shows, at least for me, is that it's like really all like social political at the end of the day, very economic. So you'll hear a lot of people in India be like, Muslims are just like they don't get educated, they don't get their women educated, like they're always like, you know, and so there's a lot of like that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Even from people who are like progressive and well read and and like my natural thing to say there is if you like Hindus in general, like, um, are, socioeconomically better off in India. And the easiest way to figure out that that's not about religion and it's about economics. Is if you look at what's happening in Pakistan, it's like that is reversed.
Yeah, fully.
And and that just kind of shows like, yeah, it's not about religion at the end of the day. It's about state control and, state definitions of what constitutes Indian and Pakistani, and then 73 years can lead to lots of class differences.
Yeah, yeah. Especially
Yeah,
if you make an effort, which at least definitely on
yeah,
our side, people have made an effort.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's not. It doesn't happen naturally. This is, yeah, kind of.
Yeah.